Hello everyone, this is Professor Scott with my wand and all for the video. Okay, so 4-cylinder, this is my 4-cylinder Corolla. You can see spark plugs on top. Pretty sure cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4 is how they're arranged. Okay, so intake and exhaust. So this is my air box on the Corolla. Air comes in from down at the bottom here, in through the air box, mixes with my throttle body right there, and then comes into this plastic piece, which on the front of this 4-cylinder is the air intake. Fuel rail is right here, so that air mixes with the fuel, combusts, and goes through the system. Now I will do my best to show you. So the header comes out the back here, and this little guy right down here, that's my oxygen sensor. So that's the first one that's reading oxygen mix right after combustion, and then there's another one further down the exhaust system. I don't have the car lifted because it's just in my driveway, so that's the best example that I can give for this air intake setup. Now, because I happen to have it out, my Mazda. Now my Mazda is a little bit different. Again, I know we don't go into rotaries very much, but I had this one out here, so I will show you where the air intake and exhaust is as well. So this one, because it's carbureted, this is our air intake. It just takes atmospheric air in through the filter to the carb. Now the carb sits right underneath this. The carb's right down in here. But what's interesting is because of the setup of the rotary, I have my carb here. The engine sits this way along here with the two rotors, and the exhaust manifold is right down here. So I have carburetor and exhaust right on the same side. The exhaust goes through that weird looking box and out the side of the car, and is pretty much a straight shot all the way back there. Now, last but not least, on my 4Runner, we have the V6 configuration. So, air box again on this side, taking atmospheric air from that seal right there, from outside, through the air filter, comes over here, gets spread into the air intake plenum, I believe that Toyota calls it. You can't see the injectors because they're hidden under there, but the important thing to remember is that's one bank of the V. This is the other bank of the V. That should be, I believe, cylinder 1, I believe, is right back there, right next to the driver. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so, it's kind of tight in here to have a look, but down here through one bank is the header, goes all the way out there. On the other side, which is a little bit easier to see, you can see the other header, because that's the heat shield for the exhaust system right there. And I'll see if the camera can pick this up, but right down there, and it's having trouble focusing, right down there, yeah, it's not going to focus, but what I'm pointing at is one of the exhaust oxygen sensors, sorry, not the exhaust sensor, the oxygen sensor, right there for one of the banks on the V6. The other one, of course, is hidden in a really bad spot on the other side. So there we go. Air intake into the plenum, mixes with the fuel, turbulence, combustion, everything. That's what makes this V6 run. Now, hang tight with me. I will get under the vehicle. Okay, so under my vehicle, so from the heat shield on the one bank, exhaust, and look at that little catalytic converter. And you can see on the other side, there's our other catalytic converter. So on this V6, there's the Y pipe right there. So you have the one piece of exhaust coming in, the other piece coming from both cats to hook up right there. So that goes through, and they both hook up into the muffler section, which just from this angle is a little hard to see, but from that muffler section goes right to the tailpipe. So tailpipe, muffler, mid pipe or intermediate pipe, I guess. Here's the Y, which comes over to the one catalytic converter, and then that goes up into, you can see where the heat shield is for the exhaust manifold, and there is the other one that goes up that side. And right on that bung, right there, you can see there's the other oxygen sensor. This one, where is it? It's a little harder to see. Oh, there we go. So there's the oxygen sensor on this side. There's the exhaust. Man, I'm getting that messed up. There's the oxygen sensor on that side in the exhaust. So these are both the downstream ones. The one I showed you up top was the upstream. This is the downstream. And that's what helps regulate our air-fuel ratio. Thanks for watching my video.